Another management simulation here on the channel. You guys seem to love them. I love making them. And today we're following the careers of two separate managers. One of them who is focusing entirely on the philosophy of score more than you concede. An attacking manager. And the opposite? It's a defensive manager. Park the bus and win 1-0. That's his philosophy. So let's jump in and see who does better. Andy Hawthorne and Darren Hawthorne, the Hawthorne brothers. Birmingham and West Brom are the management teams to start things off, ladies and gentlemen. Andy, with his long locks. Look at the state of him. Get a haircut, Andy. Bloody hell. 20 for attacking, 1 for defending. A 4-3-3 is his preferred formation. And Darren, who also has a 4-3-3, much like his brother. But the difference is he's much more defensively minded, not very good attacking wise, and a far shorter haircut than his brother. They have both got 150 current ability. They have both got 200 potential ability. They've got the same attribute breakdown in terms of the hiddens. And of course, as I say, we start them off at Birmingham and West Brom respectively, because they're both in the Championship. And I thought, why not start them off somewhere where they can gain a bit of reputation, do semi-well, or not do so well. Who knows? So let's get cracking. We're going to follow the entire career, see them grow, see them get better, see them get worse, see them go up the divisions, down the divisions, wherever it may take them, who will win the most trophies, and who will have the best career. Let's go forward a year and see if they're both still in charge of Birmingham and West Brom. Okay, so the first things we can notice here is Andy Hawthorne has been sacked as manager of Birmingham City. Sacked as manager of Birmingham due to the club's poor league position. They are currently, well, they will say the first in the Championship at stages. Let's have a look where they finished last season. So they finished 19th. West Brom finished 9th. That's why his brother, Darren, has kept his job. He got sacked on Boxing Day. Merry Christmas, Andy. Not so much. Darren, still in charge of West Brom. Andy's up at 155 current ability. Darren's at 153, though. Scored a goal a game. Conceded 39, though, unfortunately. He's improved already, 1 in the defensive attribute. Darren hasn't improved in the attacking attribute. Actually scored more goals. It's very difficult to say from early doors because I think West Brom probably are considered the better team at the moment. Season preview. West Brom meant to finish 7th, Birmingham 14th. Yes, they are considerably better. Fair play. All right then. Well, not a lot to say in the first season. Let's go forward another year, 2025. Okay, so Andy, still unemployed. Oh, okay. This could be a disaster. Well, I'll tell you what, you know if it's a disaster, because if you're watching this on the channel, he does get a job. Spoiler, because sometimes these management simulations, if they don't get a job, they can just fall away into obscurity and retire. So if that happens 10 years in, the video will be scrapped. So if you're watching this, that didn't happen. Andy's still unemployed. Darren, still the manager of West Brom. He's only improved 1 attribute point, so he's only 1 behind now. Where did West Brom finish last season then? That's all we can really look in on. 11th, mid-table, so they've actually got worse. That's unfortunate for Darren. What? Following the Zealand philosophy of transfers with plenty of loans and a few freebies. Spending a little bit of money, 3.1 million, but spending as much as he got in. They're very, very fiscally responsible there. But yeah, all about the loans here. Charlie Patino, Liam Delap. And Liam Delap from Man City. We were playing this on not an updated database. This was the original. Because, of course, I can't do it. It doesn't work for me. I've mentioned it in other videos. It just doesn't work. When you try and merge my edits with this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it doesn't work. And obviously, the managers have to be made in the pre-game editor. So, yeah. Anyway, there you go. So, end of season 2. Darren's been at West Brom for 2 years. Andy, unemployed for 18 months. Season 3. Okay, he's at Millwall. He's got himself a job at Millwall. He's now up at 159. Darren's at 157. When did he get the job of Millwall? November. 19th of November. And he... Oh my God, he finished 6th in League 1. He's in League 1. Okay. West Brom, 8th. West Brom finished in 8th. So he's staying very consistent, is old Darren. We're not really seeing much in terms of any outlandish sort of tactics or play. I mean, they were both going to play the 4-3-3. Very cautious playing mentality over here. As Andy plays attacking, gegenpress. He's up at 4 for defending as well now. I just wonder, I think Andy should, in theory, with the attacking mentality, have a much better career. Will he? Who knows? Yeah. Can he get promoted with Millwall in his 2nd season in charge? His first full season in charge as well. Well, he's still here. 167 to Darren's 162. So he's improving greatly. He's absolutely flying up the attribute points. I'm not sure why doing so well. 15th in the championship. So he only went and got promoted from League One. Didn't win it. Won the playoffs. Finished 6th again. Was it 6th the previous year? Yeah, it was. So he finished 6th again. This time, though, the playoffs, he managed to win, going to Wembley and beating Huddersfield in the final on penalties. Have a bit of that then. And, oh my God, West Brom got promoted. They both got promoted in the same season, but West Brom got promoted automatically. So Darren, okay, bets on. Who will be sacked first? I wouldn't be surprised if they're both sacked this season, because they'll probably both come back down. Millwall probably will, as will West Brom. Who's going to get sacked first? I'm going to say Darren, because this game is merciless. He's been there for 4 years now, mid-tabled it, managed to get them promoted. Free transfers, loans, he's done brilliantly to bring in some of these players. God, Isaiah Jones from Middlesbrough, he's only just signed him. That's signing for the Premier League. Ramel Donovan, come from Birmingham. Courtney House, 39k from Fulham. Bargain. He's not great. He's not bad though, is he? 39k after instalments, 32k minimum cost. I mean, as if you need instalments at that price. Have a day off when you've then going to spend £27.5 million on someone. Up front, 33.5 overall. Anyway, right. So, Championship and Premier League football coming this next season. I think they'll both get sacked. I genuinely do. Okay, so Andy is still at Millwall. Darren is wanted by Fulham. He was sacked. Okay. Got sacked as the manager of Bournemouth. So he left West Brom on the 4th of August, did their transfer business, booked off to Fulham. Bournemouth, got sacked. Bournemouth got relegated. So, yeah, Darren Hawthorne came in for 150 days after Iraola left to go and become the manager of Benfica. So, Darren Hawthorne sacked and he's now unemployed. Andy, on the other hand, finished 22nd in the Championship and got relegated. So, he's kept his job despite the fact getting relegated by 7 points. So, it wasn't a last day sort of thing. He got relegated quite convincingly. Fulham are here in the Championship in 8th and they want Darren. Andy, still here at Millwall. Looks like they've got a bit of faith in him. So, let's see. Maybe he'll still be here next season. Can he bring them back up? Let's hope so. Right, so Darren went to Fulham. Darren did go to Fulham. And they're still in the Championship, so he's very clearly not got promoted. He's actually finished 12th, so they've got worse. They were in 8th, they're now down in 12th. That's not great, is it? Now, League One, Millwall finished 7th. Neil Harris is in charge. The famous Neil Harris from... What experiment was it? Was it the Sheffield Derby Wonder Kid Wheel? Where he became a club legend at Sheffield Wednesday, winning all those trophies? It might well have been. Andy Hawthorne was here for nearly 3 years and got sacked following a series of bad results in October. So, he started the season, he just went from bad to worse after getting relegated. They kept faith in him and it just didn't work out. So, fair play. So, where are we at in terms of ability? 172 for Andy, 165 for Darren. They're 36 years old. Neither of them have done much. We're about to turn into the 2030s. Let's crack on. Oh, right. Darren's no longer at Fulham. He's wanted by Nottingham Forest, and they've got a bid in. They've made a contract offer. Nottingham Forest. Andy Hawthorne's at Leicester. Right. So, Darren sacked as manager of Fulham. They're still in the Championship. Where are they? Wolves have got Europa League football. Wolves have just won the FA Cup from the Championship. 3-2 against Arsenal. Chris Rigg with 2 goals. He's not bad, is Chris Rigg. I wanted to sign him in my Cardiff rebuild with all that money. He was coming up and he was someone who was interested in coming, and I don't think he quite got this good. Definitely would have been a 168. Probably would, maybe got to about 148. Maybe he did get to about this point. But by the time he was willing to come to me, actually, I don't think he was going to quite strengthen my squad enough. So decided against it. Anyway, that's an aside. One that you didn't really need to know. Wolves have just won the FA Cup. And, oh God, Birmingham nearly getting promoted to the Premier League. Finishing 3rd. Oh, runners up on goal, missing out to Sunderland on goal difference. Swansea getting promoted as well. Lee Carsley's in charge. Have they got a tycoon? No. And the club youth setup's been scrapped. All right. So Leicester City. Well, they're in the Premier League, aren't they? Oh, God, Leicester have been relegated. Oh, Andy's here. Oh, and he's been here for 201 days. Is that his 2nd relegation on his record? Yeah, 2 relegations in 3 years. 2 relegations at his last 2 clubs. Deary me. Let's hope they keep the faith and let's hope he can get promoted with them because he's got a lot of money in the bank and he's got quite a bit, 64 million remaining of his 18 million pound budget. That's because a lot of players have obviously wanted to leave and probably more of them will leave because they've all transfer listed by request. So quite a lot of these players will want to go and they probably will go. So he's got a bit of money to spend. So can he rebuild them and send them up? We'll see. Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, they're also in the Championship. Now, their manager, they sacked David Wagner for just over 2 years, 2.5 years, basically, because, well, he just got relegated with them, didn't he? Yeah, came down in 19th. So there you go. So they'll be duking it out for promotion with previously relegated clubs. That's going to be quite interesting. Let's go forward to 2031 and see how the brothers fare off against each other. Okay, so Darren did get the Nottingham Forest job and was sacked by mid-Jan. Oh dear. Andy, though, is still here at Leicester. And look at that. Nottingham Forest 13th. So Darren got sacked. Andy, though, by hook or by crook, got Leicester promoted via the playoffs. So that's the second time he's finished. And the second time he's been promoted via the playoffs. So there you go. So 2 relegations, 2 playoff wins. Fair play to him. He's up at 183 now. Defensively, 4. Darren, attacking, 1. Not very good in terms of improving his current ability. And it's starting to show, isn't it? I think Andy at this point has probably had the better career. 2 promotions, and he's improved much more. 2032 then. Okay. Darren is back where it all began. He left West Brom, and they say never go back. Well, he has gone back. West Brom came a-knocking, and in the famous words of Gary Barlow, whatever we said, whatever we did, we didn't mean it. We just want you back for good. And he went, and Darren basically just turned around to them and said, never forget where you... Yeah, tenuous. I'm sorry. I was trying to think of a rebuttal of a Take That song. Never forget. Yeah. Just going to make a mental note of where I think this is going to be in the video for the analytics spike down where everyone clicks off. So for all of you who have enjoyed that pun, drop a like on the video. And if you're not yet subscribed, like 72.6% of you, get subscribing. If everyone who watched this video subscribed, I'd have a lot more subscribers. That's it. That's the plea. Be one of those many. Literally many. Andy, manager of Leicester. Okay. Oh my God, 10th. Excuse me. Have they had a tycoon? I hope they've had a tycoon. Ryan Cook's taken over as a consortium. Oh, failed to take over in a tycoon. They've not got loads of money. They haven't got loads of money. Okay. But they have just finished 10th. United have got Champions League football from 9th. That's probably because they've just won the Europa League. Yeah, won the Europa League. Arsenal winning league. Aston Villa in second. 74, 73 points. What a low points total that was. Newcastle won the Premier League back there as well. Right, so 10th for Leicester. And he's gone back, and what's his name's gone back to West Brom, who finished mid-table in the Championship. When did they... So he came 225 days ago. He came in November, back end of November. So, yeah, he's been there most of the season. He's helped probably bring them back up from wherever they were, because they did sack Paddy McCarthy just over 3 years. They've stuck with their managers. Will still didn't last very long, 280 days, obviously had a bad time of it. But Paddy McCarthy lasted over 3 years. Darren was here for just over 4 years and decided to leave. He's now back. Can he take him up to the Premier League? We'll soon see. And can Andy go from strength to strength with Leicester? Have a bit of that. There you go. Established. Obviously, if you're watching this on the channel, it's become a video. Andy's got himself some jobs. So like I say, if 10 years in, they're just gone. Don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. They've got enough reputation and enough experience behind them now that other clubs are going to come in for them. 2033 then. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Big things are happening. Darren, unemployed, sacked. West Brom beat him to the punch. Calvin Phillips is now in charge. Oh, 18th. Yeah. 18th. Not very good at all. And so Man City finished second in the league. Leicester, 16th, nearly getting relegated. So let's just have a look at this. Andy Hawthorne's become the manager of Manchester City on the 15th of the 7th, 2032. So at the start of the season, he'd finished 10th with Leicester, and Man City came in and said, excuse me, we'll have you, please. Don't worry, I've seen it. Thomas Tuchel was here, right? He left to go and become the manager of Kaskiewicz. So Matthias Dahm was actually here, and he left Man City to go and become the manager of Kaskiewicz. Or, if you want to put that through Football Manager Translate, Thomas Tuchel went to AC Milan. Andy Hawthorne came in 350 days ago. He's finished second in the league, unfortunately, so not great. However, yeah, He's only going to win the Champions League on penalties against PSG. Chatalo and Pino with the goals. Valentin Gomez for PSG and Kylian Mbappe at 34 years young, started to lose his pace. Okay, well, there you go then. So the first major trophy goes to Andy, and it's the Champions League. Not the Carabao Cup, not the FA Cup, not even the Premier League, the Champions League. And he's gone and got himself at City, while his brother just got sacked from West Brom. What a season, what a contrast of seasons. Can he pick up for Darren? Let's go to 2034. Right. Again, contrasting seasons. Darren's now the manager of Liverpool. How's he swung that? He got sacked as the manager of West Brom and never done fuck all, and he's gone to Liverpool. Straight off the bat, Liverpool have hired him at Christmas. Right. So, let's have a look. So, as Liverpool were champions, they'd won the league, yeah? Following season, Liverpool have finished third, Man City have finished sixth. So who was in charge of Liverpool? It was Xabi Alonso, who then got sacked. Yeah, so he got sacked after winning the league. Darren's come in 205 days ago, and he's finished third, and he's now secure in the Liverpool job. Andy Hawthorne won the Champions League with Manchester City and got sacked the following season by April. And to be fair, deserved it because they finished sixth. A team that finished second in the league and won the Champions League the season you took over. Following season, sixth, no Champions League football, no trophies. Understandable why he's been sacked. Fair play. 192 he's currently at. Darren's at 172. Can he win a trophy at Liverpool and bring things up level? I mean, it won't really be level in terms of trophy hawker unless he wins the Champions League. But anyway, you know what I mean. Let's go to 2035. Right, they're both unemployed. Darren's wanted by Villa and Newcastle. Andy's wanted by Villa, Newcastle and Chelsea. Okay, so Darren, I don't believe it. He's won a treble. Not the treble. A treble. He's won the Carabao Cup on penalties against Brighton. He won the FA Cup. A 2-0 win against West Ham. And he won the Champions League. Penalties against Arsenal. That's 2 trophies he's won on penalties, but he's won the Champions League like his brother. He's also added the FA Cup and Carabao Cup to his name, but then sacked as the manager of Liverpool after losing the confidence of the dressing room after 2 days after winning the Champions League final. Where did they finish in the league then? So Man United won it. West Ham finished in second, excuse me. They've had a tycoon. Seong Hoon Shim took over in 2028. He's scaling down the funding. Man City here in fourth. Oh my God, Liverpool down here in ninth. Okay. That's bad for a league performance, considering he won 3 trophies. I can kind of see why he got sacked. I thought the trophies might have just saved him because he has got Champions League football because of that because of that Champions League win. But I can understand why he's been sacked. Leeds up there getting Europa League football, I believe. So Andy, sacked as manager of Manchester City, has not had a job since. Took a bit of time off. But they're both wanted by multiple clubs. So I think they'll probably both have... If they both don't have a job by the end of next season, it's probably because they got the job and been sacked. Let's go and see. Okay, so Andy Hawthorne is wanted by Arsenal and Chelsea. Still has not been employed since he was the manager of Manchester City. Another season unemployed. Why? Why is that then? Darren, hired as the manager of Newcastle in 2035, and his former club Liverpool have won the league. Oh, that's unfortunate. Newcastle finished 4th, which is a huge improvement on 10th, so he's really taken Newcastle to great strides. The problem is, Graham Potter's in charge of Liverpool. Now, 1836. Okay, so he's just signed him. Graham Potter signed this guy. I was wondering who our manager signed. Santos Prieto from Salento. He's a great player. Phenomenal. 49 million. Bargain. Anyway, still unemployed. Darren's the manager of Newcastle. He's not won anything this season. Got him in Champions League football though. So let's go. Right, Andy Hawthorne has finally got a job offer from Villarreal. So he could be off to Spain. And how funny is that Darren is already in Spain. He left Newcastle to become the manager of Real Madrid at Christmas. And Real Madrid, unfortunately, have won nothing this season. Second in the league to Barcelona. Didn't win the Cup. Didn't win the Champions League. Wonder if that will change. How did Newcastle do? I don't know, but Liverpool won the league again. That's 2 in a row. Newcastle down in 11th. Fine. Okay. They could both be in La Liga from next season. Go and check it out. Right. Andy did go and become the manager of Villarreal. He left Villarreal after 6 months to come to Aston Villa and has gone and won the Europa Conference League. So he's got another trophy to his name. He beat Villarreal in the final. Oh my God, you couldn't make it up. You literally couldn't write it. He's beat his team that The team that gave him the chance to get back into management after like 3 years on the shelf, they offered him the job. He went for 6 months, left in January to go to Aston Villa, and then beat him in the final. Can you believe it? Villarreal finished 8th in the division outside of Europe. Real Madrid 2nd once again. Darren's still here as the manager. Now, he has won the Spanish Cup. Fair play to him, beating Las Palmas in the final. Jude Bellingham, at 35 years young, scoring a goal in the final. The winner, no less. There you go then. So Aston Villa, where do they finish in the Premier Division? Oh my God, not second, alphabetical order. I always get done by that. 14th, they finished, so not great. Although the media do think they're going to finish in 10th, so not too much worse, to be honest. Can he improve on that? Well, he's still here. Oh, and he finished 11th. So he did improve on 14th, didn't meet the dizzy heights of 10th as the media predicted, but he's got Conference League football, which means they've only got to win the Carabao Cup, almost certainly. Yep, that's a Carabao Cup win, if I've ever seen it. After extra time against Fulham, we've got Evan Ferguson up top. Hat-trick for Ryan Scott. £58 million. Okay, 200 out of 200 for Andy, and he's got 6 for defensive acumen. Now, since the Man City job, he's actually not had the most lucrative of jobs. He's been out unemployed for 3 years, been at Villarreal, and now he's at Aston Villa. No offence, Aston Villa fans. Not really Real Madrid, is it? Darren, 3rd place in the Manager of the Year. Real Madrid, 2nd again to Barcelona. So Barcelona are walking away with it here. 18 points, in the 38-game season they've won it by. 98 points to Real Madrid's 80. Yeah, absolutely flying. 3 in a row Barcelona have won, and I think he's been there for 3 years. So, yeah, not great for Darren. He's moved up to 5 attacking as well, so he's got a little bit more attacking prowess, but he is still very cautious and, yeah, very cautious Real Madrid side. Not really their philosophy, is it? Anyway, new decade incoming, 2040. Right, so Andy is still here at Aston Villa, and he's won the Conference League again. 2 in 3 years after extra time against Sporting. That's 2 in 3 years. You might say they're getting a bit of a monopoly on it. If you didn't leave earlier, you've probably left now. But if you still haven't left and you still haven't subscribed, that's the kind of gold that you're going to get here on the channel every single video. If that doesn't sell it to you, nothing will. Darren at Chelsea. He left Real Madrid in May. However, he did win the Spanish League. 96 points to Barcelona's 87. He managed to get them to the promised land. He won a trophy at Real Madrid. Go on, Darren. And he's come to Chelsea. Premier League's been Liverpool and City in the last few years. 4 for Liverpool, should I say, 1 for City. So, Darren coming back to face against his former club and challenge them for the league title. Can he take it off them? Possibly. Let's see. No, Liverpool were 2nd. Chelsea were 4th. Man City won the league. And look how tight it was. 3 points separating the top 5 teams. West Ham, Chelsea, United, Liverpool and Man City. Chaos. Norwich have just got Conference League football for winning the Carabao Cup. Yeah, they won the Carabao Cup, beating Everton in the final. That was in February. Now, he got sacked as the manager of Aston Villa in December. And in January, he was hired as the manager of Norwich. And he's gone and won the Carabao Cup in February. So that's fair play. He's keeping up with the winning of the trophies. That's the 2nd Carabao Cup he's won in 3 years. Much like the 2nd time he won the Conference League in 3 years. So he's getting a few trophies to his name, is old Andy. Darren, on the other hand, well, he's collecting Champions Leagues. That's his 2nd Champions League. He's won it with Chelsea out of absolutely bloody nowhere. Didn't win it with Real Madrid, though. Beating Liverpool in the final. He beat his former club in the final of the Champions League. That's got to be satisfying. Look at that. Francois Xavier Benaerts. Now, that's a Wonder Kid name if I've ever seen one. Belgium. We're doing a Belgium Wonder Kid wheel. That's it. Promising it now. I've already got some other Wonder Kid wheels sorted and prepped and plans for, and I've even recorded a couple of them. Belgium is the next one. I'm going to go and write the wild cards, or probably just do some of the similar ones. Anyway, Belgium's on its way. Francois Xavier Benaerts. Wow. Just need a team. You're free to put it in the comments, but I'll be honest with you, I will have decided the team before this goes out. Definitely. Because that name has charmed me. Right. That's shortlist. There we go. 2041. Let's go to 2042 then. Okay, so Andy's no longer the manager of Norwich. Sacked as the manager of Norwich, which is sad because 15th, 14th, James Bree's in charge, and they've only gone and won the bloody Conference League. Have they? The FA Cup was in 2036. Yeah, they won the Conference League in 2042. So that's just the most recent season. Norwich City have won the Conference League. They sacked Andy in February. Oh dear. Darren, on the other hand, for those of you who are looking up the league, will have seen that Chelsea won the league by a singular point. Liverpool in second, 1 point further back. Now, the final day of the season, it was Chelsea versus Liverpool. And as you can see here, Valerio Castellini was sent off inside 2 minutes. 13 is 13, 10 aggression. Not really that bad, really. He would have been sold if he was my player. I don't care how good he is. 2 minutes in, we're top, we're playing second, and then David Quello, who's pretty good, comes through, struts in, 13 minutes, bang, 1-0, game over, and Chelsea win the league. Not just the league though, they've also beaten Liverpool in the FA Cup final. That's the Champions League they beat them in, the FA Cup and the Premier League, all against his former club. That's satisfying. That really is satisfying. Darren has also beaten Man City in the final of the Champions League, so that's 2 in a row for him at Chelsea. So Darren has taken hold of this experiment. Go on, lad. Oh no. He was sacked as the manager of Chelsea. Where did he finish then? 5th. Oh, that's a bit unfair. Look at Champions League football. Look at Wrexham up here. Only 13 points. Don't put that on Disney Plus. I can't believe that. That's a bit won a lot. Done him a bit dirty there. Andy Hawthorne is this his second spell at Fulham? No, it was his brother Darren. He must have been at Fulham. Yeah, he's wanted by AC Milan, Fiorentina, and Inter Milan. So for some reason, the Italian clubs want him. He got hired in July as the manager of Fulham, so he's been here for the full year. How did he do? 10th, mid-table. Can't say fairer than that. All right. Will he go to Italy? And Fiorentina and Inter Milan also want Darren, so they could end up both in Italy. They seem to be following each other around. Okay, so Darren, he decided to go to Everton in July and was sacked by November. He's sacked by November. He's sacked by November. Sacked by November. Oh, that shows me age. Wycliffe Jean. Late 90s, was it? Andy Hawthorne went to the Blue Neri in July, been there all season, won the Italian Super Cup and finished 3rd in the league. AC Milan and Fiorentina have been, dominating. No, they've not won. Inter Milan haven't won the league for 12 years. 12 years without a league title. So if they stick with Andy, maybe they'll get there. We'll see. Darren needs a job. I think on the whole, Darren's been doing better, hasn't he? Now the manager of Porto. I've got the league loaded. I do have the league loaded. 2nd to Benfica. Hell. Was it final day? No, we won. Benfica drew. So, yeah. And they had a better goal difference anyway, so realistically they would have beat us. Yeah, manager of Porto. He's been there since about Christmas. Andy is wanted by United. United want him to come back from Inter. Once again, he's finished 3rd. Wow. AC Milan with 102 points. Fiorentina with 90. Inter with 80. Salento down here in 4th on 68 points. Interesting. Okay. Fred Jan Franken, Dutch. We've already done a Dutch Wonderkid whale, but I'm probably going to go and do another one in the Netherlands because those names were fantastic and it was a great Wonderkid whale, wasn't it? We had a good time with it. So I won't have done that by the time this comes out. So do leave your suggestions for any Dutch teams that you would like me to do a Wonderkid wheel with. Maybe a versus, I don't know. I'm still trying to experiment with the formula and the format of it all. So yeah, let me know. Any thoughts? Maybe we do a versus against another team in a different league. 2 teams being competing in different leagues. You can win the Champions League first. I quite like that idea. Anyway, will he move to United? Will Darren do anything at Porto? Soon see. Okay, Andy has gone to Liverpool. When? Yesterday. So he didn't do anything with Inter. 3rd again. So he was, for 3 years, finishing 3rd at Inter Milan. Fiorentina have won the Italian League. He's gone to Liverpool yesterday, who finished, behind Man City. Tell you that for free. 4th they finished, and quite a way behind Man City actually, 25 points. So they need a little bit of a rebuild to get themselves back on track, but they can do it. Go on, Andy. Darren, he's wanted by Inter Milan, and he's at Lille. He left Porto and he's gone to Lille, who finished 6th Europa League football. Go to Inter, lad. Right, Darren's unemployed. He's got sacked as the manager of Lille. He's still wanted by Inter. Right, yeah, he got sacked as the manager of Lille. Andy, Mikel Arteta came in at Inter and finished 6th. So, yeah, they've only got Europa League football. So maybe Darren can come in and win the Europa League. I don't know. Liverpool, finished 2nd behind Chelsea. And they didn't win any trophies whatsoever. Disappointing. 2048 then. I think Darren's had the best of it so far, hasn't he? Winning more trophies, I'd say, on the whole. Maybe defensive play is king. Not the wizard. We all know as managers we prefer to play attacking. Right, Andy sacked as manager of Liverpool. No reason offered. Just unceremoniously sacked as the manager of Liverpool. 30th of the 5th, 2048, which is just basically the end of the season. Liverpool finished in 6th. No Champions League football for them. Darren is the manager of Rennes, wanted by Liverpool and Real Madrid. Where did Rennes finish? We've been in France for a while. Finished 2nd behind PSG. All right, fair enough. So Andy is wanted by Inter and Real Madrid, and Liverpool and Real Madrid want Darren. Real Madrid could be getting Darren back. Who knows? Let's go and find out. 2049. Oh, well. Sacked as the manager of Liverpool. We established. He's only gone and become the England manager. It's 2049. He became in the manager in 2048. I imagine 2048. Oh, England won the Euros in June. Lewis Baker was in charge. He resigned. So Lewis Baker is a player at Stoke. He's been at Chelsea and been on loan at so many teams. Basically one of Chelsea's players that they just hoarded. And he's just, the RNG gods have been kind to him, giving him an absolutely insane ability. He's won the Euros with England. Anyway, Andy is now the manager of England. Fair play to him. Darren has gone to Valencia. He left Rennes, went to Valencia, who finished 5th in La Liga. So didn't go to one of those big teams that wanted him. The Real Madrid, Liverpool's, Inter Milan's. Okay, 2050 then. Okay, so Andy is still here in charge of England, and we might have a tournament ongoing. We do. He's in the World Cup. He's in the second round. He's beat Saudi Arabia. He's about to play Brazil in the round of 16. More on Andy when we return in 2051. Okay, we'll come back and check in on this. Darren has come back to Newcastle. Got relegated. Oh my God. Right. He came to Newcastle in 2035. He left in 2036 to go and become the manager of Real Madrid. No one can begrudge him that. He's come to Newcastle in the end of April. Oh, he's been relegated at the end of May. Right, he was here for a month. Fine. I'm sorry, Newcastle were already down. If you sack him for getting relegated, that's disgusting. Where have they been finishing? Was this out of character? No, they've been on the decline for years. Mid-table, they've been slipping and slipping and slipping. And look at that, 10th, 11th, 12th, 11th, 15th, 19th. So they've gone down, and deservedly so. They've been slipping for a while after winning it in 33, 34. So it's been 15 years of decline. Okay. Can he come back up with Newcastle from the Championship? You'd like to think so. He's now the manager of Italy. What happened here then? Ben Sheaf's in charge of England. Right. So beat Brazil, lost to Argentina in the World Cup quarter-final. And then look at that. England lost to Italy in the International League. And he came the Italy manager 335 days ago. So he won the European International League. Resigned as manager of England after a run of bad results. So he resigned and then went to become the Italy manager. 9 days later. Feels to me a little bit like Italy was sort of like knocking on his door going, are you available? And he went, yep, Darren. Did win the championship by 20 points. Go on, Darren, lad. Back in the Premier League where Newcastle United belong. Okay. 2052. Andy is still here in charge of Italy. And they own the Euros, and they've played 2-1-2 so far. They should be qualified from that group. Yeah, they already have. They've got Norway in the final game, where the winner of that will be group winners. Italy are currently ranked first in the world, though. They could be on the way to winning that trophy. So watch this space. Darren has left Newcastle by his own volition, again, to go to become manager of Benfica. And he's actually won the League and Cup double. So justified. And do you know what? Look at that. 5 years in a row, Sporting have won it. And he's gone there, and he's only gone and won it on... Well, what's he won it on? Head-to-head? Has to be. Yeah, has to be. Same goals. Unless it's goals scored. No, scored less. Head-to-head then. He's won it on head-to-head record. Okay, 2053. Now I see a bit of international management being represented in these videos. You don't often see it. We only see it very briefly, but he's gone from one international job to another. You love to see it. He's still here internationally. Still here at Italy. Well, he won the Euros. He's won the bloody Euros 2-1 in the final. Riccardo Moretti with the opener. Ivan Gidelli with the winner. Italy win the European Championships. They lost the final of the International League, unfortunately, but over just nearly 3 years, 2 tournament wins, 2 trophies anyway, should I say. Darren is still here at Benfica. Second double for him. 2 in 2 seasons. Have a bit of that. We're in the swan song of their careers now. We're 60 years old. Andy Hawthorne still in charge of Italy. Nothing's really happened. He's in the World Cup, though, this year, almost certainly. Yeah, qualified from the group. He's got Ireland in the second round. His brother, on the other hand, Darren, has come back to Liverpool. He's won the Carabao Cup as well. Left Benfica. He's now gone and won the Carabao Cup at Liverpool. Axel Bracker, Dutch-Belgium combo. Axel Bracker, Dutch-Belgian combo. It's got to happen, hasn't it? Wonder Kid wheels are going to be back. Belgium, Netherlands. That's thrown me. Where are we? Darren's at Liverpool. Again, second stint. Andy's still in charge of Italy. He's depreciating in value, though. His current ability has gone from 200 to 197. It's 60 years old now. We don't see managers depreciate too often, though. So maybe not being in club management has caused that. Not sure. It's weird, though, isn't it, that Italians, notoriously Italian football is quite defensive, and they are known for their great defensive capabilities. Yeah, I mean, Italian football is notoriously known for their great defensive work and defensive prowess throughout world football. And the Serie A used to be great defensively, and yet the attacking manager is the one that's gone thriving in Italy. Now, he won the Euros. Here we are in 2054. Yeah, he's in the World Cup, isn't he? Yeah, we've just seen that. And then we've seen Darren at Liverpool. Right, let's go to 2055. Okay, so Andy has left Italy. He's been to Lille, and then he's left Lille after a year, gone to Chelsea. Okay, so he's at Chelsea. Is that his... That's his first spell at Chelsea. It's his brother who's been at Chelsea for a while in his career. Okay, so he's gone to Chelsea. Darren, he's left Liverpool, and he's gone back to Real Madrid. He's literally gone back just at the start of this season, actually, and Real Madrid, fourth. Oh, dear. Not doing great at all. Barcelona and Real Sociedad level on points. Real Sociedad winning the league. Madness. Okay, 2055. Let's go 2056. Okay, Andy has come back to Inter Milan. Sacked as a manager of Chelsea in 2055. So where did Chelsea finish that season? Finished in 5th. So Kenneth Taylor must have recovered them well, I guess. He came to the manager of Inter on the 3rd of the 1st, and oh dear, 8th. AC Milan still dominant, 107 points. Come on, have a bit of that. Inter, the blue side of Milan, awful. Darren at Real Madrid, 4th again, disappointing. Atletico winning the league. Okay, so Darren is now the manager of England. He's left Real Madrid. He's become the manager of England after the most recent tournament, after they lost in the semi-finals to Italy. Okay. Andy has left Inter Milan and come to Everton, where he's finished 6th, getting Europa League football. Fair play. 2058 then. You feel like these guys are in their last hurrah at 64 years old. He's still the England manager, and look, he's gone down to 198 now, and Andy's back up at 200 as manager of Everton, which I think is just mad. Oh my God, Everton finished 2nd, 1 point behind United, who won it. United drew on the final day. Everton won. Okay, fine. And Darren, in charge of England. What tournament are they in? Currently in the World Cup, beating Cameroon 9-2. 3-0 against Saudi Arabia. They should be through. Yeah, they are. Got Paraguay in the final game. Okay, 2059. Okay, so Darren came runner-up in the World Cup, losing to Germany in the final. Oh, can you believe it? Andy at Everton, 3rd in the Premier League. No more trophies for him. We are, hang about. He has won the Europa League and FA Cup, though. This is in 2058. This was last season. Excuse me. Apologies. Deary me. Another change of the decade, 2060. Oh, Andy's retiring. Sacked as the manager of Everton after the club decided it was time to make a change. Oh, how ageist. He finished 6th. And Darren, still in charge of England. He's got the current tournament will be the Euros, which they're through in. Okay, let's go to 2061. So Andy's now a scout at Crystal Palace. Okay, so that's it. They're both done. They are both done. He was the manager. He was the scout of Aston Villa. So England lost in the quarterfinals. Okay. So who's done better, Andy or Darren? I'll be honest with you. Darren. Darren did much better, winning leagues and more Champions Leagues, didn't he? He won 2 Champions Leagues with 2 different sides. He won the league in... Did he win it with Benfica as well? He won a lot more leagues. I just felt he had a much better career, despite Andy being the attacking manager. So, yeah, there you go. Maybe defensive is best. Right out in your saves. Bit of a fun one, bit of a strange one. I love a management sim. Do send me any suggestions on management simulations, whether it's a versus or it's just a singular manager with things that we sort of throw at them. I'd love to keep doing more of these, but I want to make sure they're fresh. I don't want to keep repeating the same old ones that I've done. So I want to try and add something different each time. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, do let me know, because I do love doing the management sims. I think they're a hell of a lot of fun. You guys seem to like them too as well. So yeah, more ideas you give me, the more I can do. I will think as well in my own time. So yeah, not all onto you guys. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take good care of yourselves. Subscribe if you're new, and take good care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.